What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are doing well out there. Hope everybody is happy and healthy. So let's go ahead and get down on this video. And I want to talk about what's going down in Belfast, Ireland, because the media is not talking about this. And a lot of people are paying attention because this could take place in the States if we're not careful. I see a lot of people referring to the Hunger Games.
I have a message for President Snow. You can torture us and bomb us, but do you see that?
So this is what apparently went down. You have a 30-year-old Sudanese man by the name of, I'm going to botch his name, Hadi Oladid, and he was arrested and charged with attempted M, and he tried to actually cut off the HEAD of a man.
Just kill him, hurry up! He's dead, he's completely dead. No, he's not. Has he got a knife? Yeah.
Now, the victim's name is Stephen Ogilvie, and he suffered from severe injuries, including the fact that he was blinded in his left eye. He also sustained right eye damage and suffered deep lacerations to his face, neck, and back. Now, once this horrific video surfaced online and people within the local community saw it and abroad all over the UK, far-right activists started to protest against immigration. They want all black people out of there, and it's not up for debate. Now, before I insert these clips of what's going down in Belfast, I want to encourage you guys to share this video for me. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, you can do so at Tough News TV. Now, just to give you some context of a video that you're going to come across during the series of clips that I'm going to play for you, there's supposedly this African woman that's mocking the victim, right? I didn't want you guys to be like, what's going on? But they're saying that she was mocking the victim. And then another interesting dynamic in all of this is that there are neighbors that are stating that the victim actually helped move the Sudanese man into his apartment not too long ago. But anyway, let me go ahead and play these clips and I'll be back.
What up, bricks? I'm trying to just hear not flat. Oh! Yeah, it's terrible. It's actually terrible.
Bloody hell, mate. Get on, mate. Cheers. Whoa! I don't know why we're running. People just started sprinting. There must be at least two. Bloody hell, what's going on? Hell. People are running. I don't know what's happening. People are just running.
Has been living there, that young man, well he's 47, she said, he's been living there for about 2 years. And she said them foreigners that moved in only moved in like 4 days ago.
Right.
And he was doing everything to help them out when they moved in. And it's not just one, there was two of them jumped him. But the news hasn't given it out yet. The two of them moved into the flat.
Wow.
And one of them was the one that was arrested. The other one hasn't been mentioned anywhere in the news yet.
But he was involved in the attack, allegedly.
This is what she said. This is why up in Rathcoole they're going ballistic, because the wee lad originally came from Rathcoole and apparently he did everything to help them.
And do you think the authorities are trying to cover that kind of thing up, that there was a second?
The whole thing, they're trying to blanket everything that's went on today.
And the lad who was attacked was actually trying to help them move in?
He was helping them for the last couple of days. Apparently he's really kind, thoughtful wee lad, kind-hearted. That's what she said. She says, Margaret, he's the type of man, he would have done anything for anybody. She says, so he has been going out of his way to help him. Now, the reports we're hearing now is his nose is his eyes out and he's blind in the other. That he can't hear anybody, it's hard to hear him. What life has he got when he comes out of intensive care?
She did it again. Look. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me get over here now. Oh my god, let me get over here. Oh my god. She's down on the ground like this.
It's mine. I'm afraid maybe I might be the next to be attacked on the street. So I don't know where to take my family, my children, who is 9 years old, who is asking me every question that crosses his mind, and I don't know how to answer him. I don't know. Maybe I'm the next. I was not able to take my son to school because I don't know how, if we'll be able to reach the school. So we are locked in the house with my wife and my 3 children.
I need you to understand what is happening in Belfast. White men are hunting down black people. They are indiscriminately attacking homes, firebombing cars, and buildings to exact revenge. This is not a protest. It is not even a riot. It is freaking racist thuggery. They want to exact collective punishment on an entire group of people that shared the race of the one Sudanese man who committed a horrific crime. Do you understand that? They are hunting down black people for sport, for revenge, and they claim that that's a protest. That's not a protest. They know exactly what they're doing.
Behind this window in Belfast are two Ugandan women, Sumaya and Stella. Last night, the two friends watched as cars burn and the mob get closer.
That is when they started burning the houses. Now they put the next neighbors' houses on fire, and then the smoke was actually coming direct to our house.
Some rioters were going door to door, throwing petrol bombs, targeting migrants who look like them. Sumaya and Stella hid upstairs for 4 hours.
The people were very many, the rioters were very many, so it wouldn't make any sense for us to open the door. So we stayed inside, but the smoke was too much, kinda. I wasn't feeling actually fine, but my friend here stayed by my side.
Actually, she passed out. She passed out for like 30 minutes, and I got really so scared and traumatized because I was scared about the rioting and the people entering to our house. And here is my friend who has passed out. So I did not know what to do.
Let's be clear, they only find horrific crimes intolerable when it's a black or brown person that commits it. No riots or thuggery when this obsessed teenager tried to a Kurdish barber. No thuggery or firebombing cars when this and domestic tried to decapitate his partner. No so-called protests or riots when Zach Davis tried to be an Asian dentist. As long as the perpetrator of horrific crimes is white, oh, that's freaking okay. All they're doing here, let's be clear, is exacting collective punishment on an entire group of people that share the same race with the perpetrator who is Sudanese. So that's regardless of ethnicity, faith, nationality. They see all black people as the same. Disgusting. When the race that has the worst history of genocide, horrific crimes, is white.
A brutal knife attack in Belfast has sparked a political firestorm in the UK, so much so that now Elon Musk is being accused by members of the British government of helping to fuel the unrest. Here's what's happening in the UK and Ireland in a nutshell. The controversy began Monday when a 30-year-old Sudanese refugee was arrested and later charged with attempted after a attack that left Belfast resident Stephen Ogilvie with devastating injuries, including the loss of his left eye. Police say that there is currently no evidence that this attack was terrorism related and the suspect is in custody. But as graphic footage of the attack quickly spread online, particularly on X, anti-immigration rhetoric and then protests quickly escalated into disorder across Belfast. Rioters set homes, cars, and a bus on fire, targeting areas with ethnic minority residents and forced families, mainly immigrant families, to flee their homes. Police have described the situation as a critical incident and say that arrests are continuing. Now, Prime Minister Keir Starmer has condemned the violence in a post on X as shocking and completely unacceptable, saying that people were targeted because of their background and warning that those responsible would feel the full force of the law. And he also condemned people who encouraged the unrest on online or elsewhere in what many are interpreting as a direct reference to one Elon Musk. This accusation comes after Musk amplified posts calling for anti-immigration demonstrations and shared messages from figures associated with Britain's anti-immigration movement. Labour Party Chair Anna Turley called Musk's actions appalling, accusing him of exploiting the situation for political purposes and arguing that influential figures have a responsibility to calm tensions, or at least ignore them, rather than inflame them. Now, Musk himself has not directly endorsed the riots explicitly themselves, but he has reposted and interacted with content arguing that repeated protests are necessary, and in many cases framing immigration as an existential threat. The concern is obviously that that kind of rhetoric contributes to an environment where violence becomes more likely, though supporters of Musk are saying that he's highlighting legitimate public concerns about immigration and government policy. But what makes the situation especially striking is that even the family of the stabbing is urging calm. In a public statement, they said that unrest is not welcome, stressed that many migrants make valuable contributions to society, and said that they do not want this attack to be used to divide communities or fuel hostility. Now, this debate is extending far beyond Belfast. British officials, police leaders, and Northern Ireland's Justice Minister have all warned that social media accounts and outside commentators helped amplify tensions after the attack, while investigators continue to examine both the evidence on the street and potential online incitement. The result is a familiar question facing governments across the world now. Where is the line between political speech about immigration and rhetoric that can contribute to real-world violence? In Belfast, that debate is no longer theoretical. Homes have burned, families have fled, and Britain's government is openly accusing one of the world's most wealthy men and influential social media owners of helping to make the situation much worse.
All right, so we just saw and witnessed all of the video clips that I implemented, and this is worth paying close attention to because I'm seeing a lot of comments being made online that are agreeing with the far-right activists over there in Belfast and beyond, because there's a lot of tension in the air over here as it pertains to the Carmelo Anthony case. And honestly, it's just a particularly dark and evil energy that's exuding throughout the world right now. You know, some people will hope that cooler heads prevail in the end, but from what I'm seeing all over social media, there's a lot of people that just want to go at each other's throats. So pay close attention to what's going on over there, and hopefully it doesn't trickle down to the States. But anyway, I'm going to let this go right here. I want you guys to feel free to drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, share. And also, if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I'll check you guys out later. Have a beautiful day.